person there looks like she matches someone I just passed who has on black silky pants with a big gold dragon right at the private part area. So I wondered if they were together. Church. What if that was time to keep reminding you that you can't afford to live here? Not that you would want to. It's a Josephine. It's a highly priced apartment building, and is it worth it? Especially when you walk out to feces on the sidewalk on a regular basis. You make the call. Reminds me of a friend of mine from Florida. Do you think he staged there on purpose? Yeah. With a guitar and everything. Oh goodness. Wow. In massage videos, you're allowed, because massage therapists actually, you know, their job takes them just below a certain portion on the back side, and it's become a thing. I think a lot of people who post on YouTube as massage therapists for ASMR videos or even tutorials, they have to like figure out what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do, and most often I've seen massage therapists, and it's like, I guess, you know, technically, because their job has them going down to the sacrum and small of the back, if you will. Technically, there's a bone just above the buttocks region. It's called the sacrum. It's part of the pelvic cavity, if you will. And that's massage therapists need to get right into a sweet spot. So very often you'll see the towel or whatever they use for massage therapy pulled just a little bit below where people might think you should for videos and stuff. But anyway, that's the way it is. If anyone ever worries, they can use the blur. There's an edit button, blur, and you can go in, find the location. Like in this case, I could find that guy with the guitar, and I could put a little blur mark. In a way, it would be comical, you know, a little bit humorous and funny. we can do that. And people would get the gist, you know. I mean, he did it on purpose, I think. And one could wonder, is it a setup? How far will people go to keep setting up someone in order to sabotage or to attack someone who could wind up with YouTube strikes, copyrights? How far are people willing to go? Would someone be willing to show a little butt crack? Knowing you can't help yourself, you gotta, because you might know, if the person comes across as funny, some people ooze grossness, some people ooze funniness. Like some people just have an ability to do something, and it was a little bit funny, and he was hanging out for a long time looking at his guitar bent over. So I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose for some reason. And people could do this on the fly if they know someone's around with a GoPro or similar. So speaking of GoPro, I read that the drummer from the Devil Wears Prada had moved, like his career was now with GoPro. Of course, now he's deceased, sadly, in a strange incident in the middle of the night, if you will. Sounds like something Philly would do. They're always having weird incidents in the middle of the night. I do know that people who terrorize people often choose the wee hours of the morning, middle of the night, anywhere between 2:30, 4:30. That's the sweet spot for terrorizing people. So I kind of, you know, I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know anything about flying. I do know it was bad visibility, low visibility, whatever. But I'm curious what compelled these people to fly. I would think about things like this, because there are people who know the weather in advance and they're pretty certain conditions will be a certain way. They're so used to reading weather, they already know what to expect. So who made the decision we're gonna fly, like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:45 in the morning? How often does that happen in private land? So I don't know. I do know that when people fly commercial, I don't know about international flights, but mostly domestic, nothing starts until like 5 a.m. So anywho, should we go this way? I need to pick up some insoles for my shoes. One of the solutions around shoes falling apart is to actually get new insoles, which can help with the arches in the feet. Also, if you wind up with a little hole or tear in the bottom of your shoes, like the actual soles of the shoes, you can buy insoles as a temporary fix, like a band-aid over a hole. Oh well. So anyway, a lot going on here. You know, to me it's great weather. We've had partly cloudy, every once in a while the sun shines through or burns through, what have you. Temperature wise, you couldn't get better. I love cooler weather. I'm happy not to be sweating it out. There's nothing worse than extremely humid weather and having to sweat your way through the day. And at this time of year,